All right, good Tuesday morning. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good start to your week. This is First Alert Chief Meteorologist Steve Bailon in the First Alert Weather Center. You know, I know it's not officially winter yet, but I can tell that we're not far away because we've hit that point of the year where I start to try to eat my face. Do you chew on your lips when it's cold outside? Yeah, I do too. And, you know, I try to remind myself, like, oh, you know, put on some chapstick or some lip balm. And, you know, I have a bag, you know, where I keep, you know, the makeup for television, and I keep that in my bag. And I'm looking in there trying to find something. And I've got this medicated lip treatment. It's this, you know, this lip balm to prevent me from eating my face. So, you know, you might have to do that. And it's funny because I know Emerson Lehman, you know, will put on some lip balm during this time of year, and then he'll get emails, or not even emails, some comments on social media, people saying, why are you wearing, you know, lipstick? You know, we're not wearing lipstick, we're wearing lip balm. Try not to chew apart our lips, you know, so they're chapped. By the way, this lip balm, look where it's from. I don't know if you can see. It's from Shopko. How old is this lip balm that I've got? It's Shopko lip balm. Shopko has been closed for many years. I need to get myself some new lip balm. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about the weather. See, that if my wife is watching, that's what I need for Christmas. I need some lip balm. All right. Oh, let's see here. I cannot get into this one thing that I want to get into, so I'm going to have to take these full. All right, well, that's okay. There you go. A live view from cloudy Appleton. We've got a temperature of 30 degrees, wind chill 21. It's a bit brisk out there, isn't it? Southwest winds are blowing in at 11 miles an hour. And you may have seen some flurries this morning, although most of the snow showers have not really amounted to very much. This is First Alert Viper Max, picking up on some flakes around Escanaba, moving out over Lake Michigan and moving away from Sheboygan. And you know what? When we watch this come across the area, you can see how it looks like the Fox Valley is dry. The radar, when it's detecting snow that far away from the radar site, the radar beam is really going up in elevation. In fact, it's shooting a good 3,000 or 4,000 feet up into the atmosphere. And so usually what happens in these kind of situations is the snowflakes are falling through some dry air, and most of them are evaporating before reaching the ground. Now, we did see a few flurries reach the ground this morning, but a lot of it's been evaporating as this weak disturbance moves on through. And so the radar doesn't really pick up on those flakes near the radar site. It picks them up farther away from the radar site, up near the upper Michigan border, south of Fond du Lac and Sheboygan, way east of us out over Lake Michigan, because at that point, because of the curvature of the earth, the radar beam is shooting way up, a good 3,000 or 4,000 feet up, picking up on those snowflakes aloft before they tend to evaporate in the drier air that's closer to the Earth's surface. So there's a little bit of some science for you. There might be a couple sprinkles or flurries this evening. Otherwise, the bulk of the day is looking dry despite mostly cloudy skies. If we're going to see any sun, it's probably going to be midday or early afternoon. Probably limited. Blustery, a high of 38 degrees. Colder than average temperatures, and there's going to be a bit of a wind chill factor. Right now, we're at 30 in Green Bay. We're at 28 in Oshkosh. That matches temperatures lakeside and also over towards Fond du Lac and Wautoma. In the north, we're at 26 degrees in Iron Mountain, Michigan. The wind is out of the south and southwest around 5 to 15 miles an hour. That adds a little bit of a bite with our wind chills primarily in the 20s. At the moment, the air is calmer in Shawano, so it feels like 31. Otherwise, the wind chill right now in Wautoma matches wind chills in Sheboygan and Sturgeon Bay, all at 19 degrees. First Alert Pinpoint Predictor has today's highs climbing into the upper 30s to near 40, a little colder in the North Woods, 35, 36, give or take, from Rhinelander east over towards the upper Michigan border, a high of 38 in Marinette. Flakes flying away, a lot of clouds, but towards lunchtime, the clouds may thin out enough where you could see a little bit of some filtered or dim sun. Then the clouds thicken back up later in the afternoon. There's 5 p.m. overcast skies. Sunset, in case you're wondering, is 4:29, so by then it should be dark. As we get towards this evening, a quick-moving Alberta clipper, a disturbance coming in from the northwest, might spit out a few sprinkles or a few flakes. Not a lot of precipitation on first alert pinpoint predictor. Like the flurries this morning, this really shouldn't have an impact on travel across the area. Clouds will hang in there, but in the pre-dawn hours, they'll start to break apart. If they do, that's kind of important for stargazers tonight, and we'll explain why coming up in our First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Otherwise, the sun is back out for tomorrow, Wednesday. Our next weather maker. Starting tomorrow, but especially as we go towards the end of this work week, mild air returns to northeast Wisconsin. Eventually, we'll have less wind, and it's probably going to be dry late in the week. So Thursday and Friday are probably going to be the 2 days that you want to plan on doing some yard work. If you're anything like me, you still have to rake leaves or you still have to blow them to the curb. Those 2 days are going to be 4 out of 4 stars, Thursday and Friday. Saturday, even though it looks milder, it's not going to be a great day to rake the leaves because it's probably going to rain. So there's your First Alert Super 7-day forecast. Temperatures will be on their way up. Today, Veterans Day high of 38, wind chills in the 20s. Then we've got 47 tomorrow. We've got low and mid 50s for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Temperatures will be trending colder early next week, either highs in the 30s or 40s, depending on what computer information verifies during that time period. But I have 45 on Sunday and 41 on Monday. Now, some nuggets of knowledge for you on our First Alert Super 7-day forecast. I did say if we get any clearing after midnight, that would be key for stargazing. Well, that's because of this. Tonight, the aurora borealis is expected to be visible. The northern lights, that's if the clouds can break apart after midnight. If they don't, well, you don't have a chance of seeing it. But if we do see some clearing in the pre-dawn hours, and if you want to take a chance, you want to get away from city lights, get where it's nice and dark, allow time for your eyes to adjust to the dark conditions. That could take a good 20 minutes. And relax and look up, and especially to the north, and hopefully you see the aurora glow. And if you're using your smartphone to try to capture pictures of the aurora borealis, you want to try to use the nighttime filter, which allows extra light exposure. And sometimes that filter, if you play around with your iPhone, for example, that might keep the camera lens open for 5-10 seconds. That helps to saturate that aurora light into your camera and get more vibrant pictures than what you're actually seeing with the naked eye. So anyway, it's a chance. That's if the sky's clear late tonight. And I'll be honest, I'm a little bit pessimistic on this happening, but it's a chance. There's quite a solar storm that's been going on, and that could provide for a really nice aurora if the weather were to cooperate, and that's a big if. All right, so also on our First Alert Super 7-day forecast, I want to show you Friday's high temperatures. They look pretty nice. Highs near 50 along the upper Michigan border in Adair County. Will be in the mid to upper 50s south and west. I wouldn't be shocked if somebody in central Wisconsin reaches 60 degrees on Friday. We'll see. Saturday is going to be the warmest day, a high of 56, but it's going to be cloudy, it's going to be breezy, and as a front comes in, it's probably going to rain. We'll have some light to moderate showers coming in, especially Saturday afternoon. There we are looking at 7 o'clock Saturday evening. Still some showers in eastern Wisconsin, but as we go into Saturday night, the rain moves away. Now, behind that area of low pressure, a northwest wind off of Lake Superior will probably produce some wet snow mixed with some rain towards the UP border, maybe into Adair County. So on Sunday in the far north, rain and snow will be possible, but probably dry in the Fox Valley. Breezy, cooler, partly sunny, mostly cloudy, and a high of 45 degrees. Okay, so that's the next 7 days ahead. I want to take a minute to talk about something that's going to happen 11 days from now. 11 days from now. Not this Saturday, but next Sunday. I'm giving you a First Alert update on the gun deer hunting opener. Saturday, November 22nd. Granted, this is 11 days from now. And you know what? The forecasts can change as we get new information in the First Alert Weather Center. But if I look at the data right now and go with that, it looks like to start off the gun deer hunting season, it's going to be cloudy. There might be some rain leading into it that Friday or Friday night, but I'm thinking that Saturday might be dry. The wind settling down, lighter northwest breeze around 5 to 10 miles an hour. Temperatures in the morning and midday in the mid to upper 30s, so just above the freezing mark. And sunrise just before 7 a.m., just by a couple minutes. And so that's the forecast right now. Now, granted, this again is 11 days out, and that far in advance, the confidence level is not terribly high. But I also know how important the hunting season is for you and for your family, and for a lot of families in the area, and you're probably planning ahead. So we're going to give you some first alert updates on a daily basis. We'll tweak this information, adjust it a little bit here and there as we get new information. Try not to make any wholesale changes if we can help it. And then we'll keep you in the know of what that gun deer hunting opener, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, looks like, and keep you kind of ahead of what's going on. All right, so winter is on the horizon. And of course, our WBAY First Alert Weather app has got you covered. Anything from bright sunshine to a raging blizzard. So make sure you're using our app on a regular basis. Scan the QR code on the left side of your screen to download that to your electronic device for free. Coming up on Action 2 News at noon into 4, meteorologist Nolan Kane. He just stepped into the First Alert Weather Center. He's got a drink popping it. What do you got there? Vitamin water. Oh, wow. There you go. So he is getting hydrated. That way he can talk to you about the weather on the noon newscast, on the 4 o'clock newscast. And Nolan's got everything all set to go. All right. So there's Nolan. There's Aisha. Aisha's getting ready for Action 2 News mid-morning. That's coming up at 9 o'clock, so about 15 minutes from now. And we'll be covering the top news stories and much, much more on Action 2 News mid-morning. Otherwise, I hope you enjoyed all the nuggets of knowledge on our WBAY First Alert Weather live stream. I hope you enjoyed hearing about how old my chapstick is. It's from Shopko, and it's been gone for... Aisha, how long has Shopko been gone? Do you know off the top of your head?
Way too long.
Way too long. Yeah, see, I have chapstick that's still from Shopko. I'm still nursing that. Anyway, I probably should get some new chapstick. I'm going to put that on my honey-do list. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day. We'll catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.